Hello everyone, this is Fabio Carvalho and you are watching now Adisra SmartView course. Today's topic is screen scripts. Let's open the recipes screen. This screen is going to be used later to basically manage all the recipes we have in the beer factory. We're going to be able to add new recipes, edit them or delete them. First, let's click on the screen. And you can check on the graphic items that we have the G document selected. Now let's split the page into the design view and the script view. The first tab shows you the OnOpen script. This is the place where you can put some C# code, and this is going to be executed every time the recipes page is opened. We also have OnWhile script. This one will be executed multiple times until you actually close the recipes screen. And at the end we have OnClose script. This of course is going to be executed when we close the screen. And the question is, what can we actually add to this script? You can consider it as a function. You're not going to put any headers or any signature for this function. You're just going to put the code inside of it. You can declare variables, for example int type, and use it on the below lines. You can put a loop, you can open a connection to the database, you can do multiple stuff there. And you can also access the variables or the tags of your application. If you add the @ sign, you're gonna see all the tags that are already created, and we can select one of them, maybe a system tag, and use it on the script, or maybe one of the tags that were already created, like a configuration recipe dot boiling recipe dot max temperature. So this tag can be used also on the script, and you can set it, give a value for it, or maybe just want to read the value. On the scripts we can also change the properties of a text box. Let's say I just added a text box here, and I want to put some text on the script. So first let's select the text box. We're gonna need the name of it. In this case it's text box 10, but I could just give a specific name like a test, and on the script I will simply use test.text. And I have access now to the text of this text box. If you need to learn more properties of the text box, you can always check on the help. Now let's go to other scripts. I'm gonna click now on the button. Button is a good example because I already put some code in it. You can see, as I mentioned before, that we can set some tags values. In this example I already put editing recipes tag equals true in the first line, and I'm also resetting all the values of other tags that are used on this screen to the initial value of them. So boolean tags I'm putting to false, and some float tags I'm putting it back to 0. So I'm resetting everything, so whenever I click add new I want to clear all the values here, so I'll be able to configure them, and at the end I will save them. So we can configure multiple objects with different scripts. I already showed the button, but I could be doing this to a text box. A text box does have the same events, or maybe a combo box. You can see that it also have same events here, and I could put something to be executed when I click on the combo box, or maybe on a label. So it's very flexible and you can do it to many different objects. There's also a different type of script, which is an expression, and I'm gonna show you in the example that we're gonna do right now. What I want to do, as you can see, we have a save button, and I only want to enable the save button if I put some value to the recipe name. If I don't have a recipe name yet, I don't want to make it enabled, and I don't want the recipe to be saved with an empty name. So I already have a tag for it, and I'm gonna configure it here. Now let's configure the text box. I'm gonna click it. Let's go to the properties, and put @ configuration recipe dot recipe name. This is the tag that I saved for the name of the recipe. So it's already configured here. And on the save button, let's click it. I want to change first the color. I want the background color to be green in case I already set the name of the recipe, and I want to keep it gray in case it's not set yet, to show the user that it's not yet allowed to be saved. So we already selected the button. We're gonna scroll for the brushes, and I'm gonna select the background. It's already prepared, so we're gonna see that in case the configuration recipe dot recipe name equals empty, means that we didn't set yet the name of the recipe, so it's gonna be true, and I want to show the color gray. In case it's false, it means that it's not empty, so I want to put the background as green. And what I wanted to show you is this expression here. It's similar to a script. You can configure some logic here, and this is going to be executed in order to fill the background color. Let's open it and you can see it better. But basically I put the tag using the @ as we did for the scripts, and I'm just comparing if it equals empty. Let's run it and let's see how it looks. I'm gonna save it and let's run it. Okay, let's go to the recipes, and what we want to test is on the bottom. So I can put a value here. You can see for now it's already gray. So let's put something here. Okay. As you can see, it didn't work yet, and I will explain why. As soon as I leave the focus, I'm gonna click on top here. You can see that it just worked. So as soon as I lost the focus of the text box, actually the dynamic fill worked, but that's not what I wanted. I wanted to show the user that he just needed at least one character here to work. And we're just getting it work when we lose the focus on the text box. So what can we do to fix it? We can use the OnWhile of the screen. It's a good hack. We know that OnWhile will be executed until we close the recipe screen, right? So let's put some logic there that we're going to be able to set the value of the tag there and not on the text box here. And every time we type at least one character, the tag will already receive this value, and then the dynamic fill color will work faster. Let's stop the application. So I'm gonna remove the tag from here. We don't need this here right now. Okay, it's not there anymore. Now I'm gonna click on the screen. Document is selected. I'm going OnWhile script, and first let's get the name of this text box. It's textbox 9. I'm gonna give a better name for it, so it's gonna be recipe name text box. And on the screen, OnWhile, what I want to do is to set the tag equals recipe name text box dot text, and I'm gonna put a semicolon here to finish the line. It's a C# code except from the tag, which is not a variable, but it is a tag from the application, so it works like a variable. So what we're doing, we're getting the text from this recipe name text box that we gave the name, and we're copying to the recipe name. And this is going to be executed while this screen is opened. Let's save it and let's run a test again. Now as soon as I type the first character on the text box, it should copy from the while script to the tag, and the dynamic fill should work. Let's just put the focus here, and I'm just gonna type A, and you can see that it worked. I'm gonna close the application now. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you very much for watching it. Bye bye.